Dr. Phil, weekdays at 11 on KYUR ABC 13. And now, from KYUR in Anchorage, your Alaska Link News at 10 with Trill Gates starts right now.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Trill Gates. We begin with a strong denial from the city of Anchorage to a sanctuary city claim by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Mayor Suzanne LaFrance is upset with a list just put out by the Department of Homeland Security. Anchorage is on that list of so-called sanctuary cities. The department's website claims Anchorage is among the cities that obstruct the enforcement of federal immigration laws. The mayor's office put out this response. Anchorage is not a sanctuary city. Anchorage complies with all applicable law and has no policies, practices, or laws that run afoul of federal immigration law. So far, no comment to the mayor's statement from the federal government. Anchorage Animal Care and Control is pleading with people in the city to adopt dogs. Your Alaska Link's LaShawn Donaldson explains how you can help with recent overcrowding at the shelter.
Meet Aladdin and Gracie. One is being fostered and the other is heading to a new shelter. There are 2 of 70 dogs taken from a single home by Anchorage Animal Care and Control and local police.
And they all came here to the shelter, but ultimately that doubled our entire dog population, which puts us way over capacity.
The shelter can hold up to 60 dogs, but the community stepped up with help coming from across the state in shelters like Juneau and Kenai.
I know in the last week we've received so much support from the community all around, whether it's through adoptions, through donations.
Right now, 33 of the seized dogs are still at the shelter,
Just waiting to be evaluated. On top of that, we're spaying all of the female dogs.
Georgian says adopting a pet is simple.
Come in, fill out the adoption application. You can meet the animal that you're wanting to adopt, and you can take them home same day.
Adoption fees vary depending on the animal. And to adopt an adult dog like this one, it'll cost you a pretty penny, $165 to be exact. Yeah, I know, aren't you so cute? It's all about finding these dogs a loving forever home.
This amount of time they have to spend in a stressful environment like a shelter, it'll be better off for their lifetime well-being.
LaShawn Donaldson, your Alaska Link.
Meanwhile, there's now a date set for clearing the homeless camp at Davis Park in northeast Anchorage. Your Alaska Link's Ian Stewart explains what that means for the people living there and the wider community.
Public safety is the #1 job of local government, and abatement is a necessary public tool, said Mayor LaFrance in a press release regarding the upcoming abatement of some homeless camps in Anchorage.
On June 17th, the city plans on abating the homeless camp here at Davis Park, as well as the homeless camp at the snow dump.
Pre-abatement work is being done to connect those in the camps to resources such as housing, shelter, or behavioral health programs. Sean Tess with Henning Inc. says that with so many people still living outside, it's important that the city opens up more shelter beds.
There are a lot of people outside right now, so hopefully they'll be opening up some shelter beds so people will have an option to go to a shelter bed.
The city has proposed several potential sites for people experiencing homelessness, one of them on 104th Street in South Anchorage. This site would serve as an overnight parking area for those with running vehicles and would only be open at night. While the idea has faced some pushback, none of the locations have been finalized yet. Sean says that if the 104th Street site is chosen, it could present some challenges.
Any provider that would provide oversight on that particular campground would have to bring in resources. It's about a mile from the bus line.
After the camps are abated, no camping signs will be posted, with APD increasing patrols in the Mountain View area to prevent re-encampment. Ian Stewart, your Alaska Link, Anchorage.
June arrives this weekend, so will our weather start to feel like summer? I sure hope so. Let's turn now to senior meteorologist Alyssa Triplett with a first check of the forecast. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, Terrell. And we are hopeful for a break in this active weather pattern to give us some chances to see some sunshine now. We get some chances, but we are noting that by Sunday, which is our first day of June, again, does bring back another strong area of low that is going to have some strong fronts lifting into southwestern portion of the state and we'll lift that into the south central by the end of the day. But that largely does give the weekend a chance to show some of these quieter conditions. May have some lingering activity from what has been active for areas, especially of the south central and the southeast to start off our Saturday, but then we'll show off some brighter conditions gradually as we run from Saturday into Sunday. Even largely Fairbanks, Anchorage, and Juneau all will get a chance at seeing some of those brighter skies, even trying to see a little bump in the temperatures as well, back into those mid-60s into Fairbanks, trying to get closer to 60s there into Anchorage. But we will note that come by end of day Sunday, that next front is moving in, bringing us back to more of that rain shower activity. But we'll dive into that full forecast in a few minutes.
Thanks, Alyssa. It's a big weekend for track and field in Anchorage. The 2025 Alaska Track and Field State Championships, hosted by Alaska School Activities Association and First National Bank, are underway at Diamond High School. Running events range from the 200 to the 3,200 meters, and field events include high jump, discus, shot put, triple jump, and the long jump.
Kids are super supportive of each other. Track kids are awesome. They're cheering for their teammates, but they're also cheering for their competitors. Their goal is to win, but they also want everybody else to do well.
Nearly 1,000 kids from all over Alaska are expected to compete in the championships, which wrap up on Saturday. This year, Glacier Bay National Park celebrates its centennial anniversary by welcoming not only tourists, but its wildlife too. Your Alaska Link's Max Treese-Noran shares how.
Tour season has arrived in Glacier Bay National Park, and the rangers there are eager to showcase all they have to offer.
We're just about in full steam already. What they can expect coming to Glacier Bay is having an up-close and personal look at a tidewater glacier.
But there's more to the park than just glaciers.
They're very likely to see humpback whales in Glacier Bay, as I mentioned, because we do have so many of them that congregate here for feeding in the summer.
While the whales are consistent, not everything is. Even with the instability from earlier this year, Glacier Bay National Park is not worried about outside forces.
You know, we don't know what's going to happen moment to moment, and that's not what we're concerned with here in the field. You know, our cycle is going on.
From marine mammals to mountaineering with kayaks, Glacier Bay National Park is excited to welcome visitors once again this year. Max Treese-Noran, your Alaska Link, Anchorage.
It's a big crackdown on bootlegged booze in the Yukon Delta region. That's our first story in today's Trip Around Alaska. Alaska State Troopers posted this photo of the liquor that had been confiscated. The state police, along with village public safety officers based in Emonic, report they stopped the shipment of 9 pallets of alcohol at Anchorage Airport and seized alcohol valued at $52,000 that had already reached the villages. About 50 junior ROTC cadets from interior Alaska schools got a first-hand look at wildland firefighting career opportunities, all during a visit to BLM Alaska Fire Service at Fort Wainwright. The cadets toured the fire operations and learned how smoke jumpers transitioned from military service to fighting wildfires in Alaska. Scouts from Troop 229 got quite the tour of the State Emergency Operations Center at J-Bear. The Alaska Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management treated the scouts to a close-up look at the Mobile Emergency Operations Center, along with a ride in the Alaska Earthquake Simulator. You can take a walk and enjoy a good book at the same time beginning next week in Juneau. Parks and Rec is once again partnering with Juneau Public Libraries to bring Story Path to the Overstreet Park Seawalk. Framed pages from 3 books by Alaskan writers or illustrators will be featured in June. And it will be a roller skiing weekend at Alaska Pacific University in Anchorage. The APU Nordic Ski Center will be roller skiing Anchorage's Moose Loop. That's happening Sunday morning to commemorate Roller Ski Awareness Day. And that'll do it for our trip around Alaska. And before we take a short break, we have to share some exciting news out of Denali National Park and Preserve. The park recently welcomed 5 new members to their pack. Mama Merlin gave birth to her pups earlier this month. Meet Storm, Squall, Grapple, Fog, and Dew. They were named in honor of the 100 years of weather data collection by the Mushing Rangers of Denali.
So these are going to be eventually canine rangers, just like our adult dogs. This whole first year, they're not going to be hooked up to a sled and not pull any sleds. So we want them to to fully develop physically.
To keep track of these growing, soon-to-be K9 Rangers, you can visit our website. Liz's full weekend forecast is coming up after the break, but first, let's meet this week's Croson Law Group Athlete of the Week. Meet Landon Drum. Landon is going into his senior year at South Anchorage High School. Landon is both a baseball and football player. He made South's varsity baseball team his freshman year, where he currently plays center field and he also pitches. This season at bat, Landon has had an impressive 14 RBIs and 12 stolen bases so far. Playing varsity football during the 2024 season, Landon led the state in receiving with 929 yards. He was named first team all-conference and first team all-state wide receiver. Congratulations, Landon Drum, for being this week's Athlete of the Week. If you want to nominate a Croson Law Group Student Athlete of the Week, just visit youralaskaLink.com and click on the Sports tab. All athletes of the week will then have a chance to win the annual $10,000 Croson Law Group Scholarship.
Bringing you the latest from the last frontier. YourAlaskaLink.com will link you to all things Alaska with the latest news, weather, and features from Alaska and around the world. YourAlaskaLink.com will keep you connected 24 hours a day. Join Trill Gates with your Alaska Link news team for nightly newscasts streaming live on the website. You'll want to visit the weather page for Chief Meteorologist Alyssa Triplett's statewide forecast and weather radar. It's all online right now at YourAlaskaLink.com.
5 new Masked Singers take the stage. Can't wait to see this. For a monster stand-up.
They're 3 heads.
Wednesday at 7 on Fox Alaska.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
Hi, my name is Diana. I had teeth problems from the time that my teeth came in. My new teeth not only gave me back my self-confidence, but it gave me back my health. I thought it was going to be so painful. It is the best decision that I have ever made in my life. I love you, Dr. Miles, and I thank you. I thank you.
You've picked a home or commercial building to purchase. The seller has accepted your offer. That's exciting. It can also be stressful, but it doesn't need to be. Not if you have an expert escrow team to make the process go smoothly, which is why you should pick Fidelity Title Agency. Experience matters. Locally owned Fidelity Title has been serving Alaska for over 20 years. The staff are our neighbors and care about the community. The choice of a title company is yours. A great choice is Fidelity Title.
The Croson Law Group Athlete of the Week is a regular Friday feature on Your Alaska Link News with Trill Gates. To nominate a high school athlete, go to youralaskaLink.com. Each featured student is recognized for their skill, self-discipline, and teamwork. All athletes of the week are in the running to win the $10,000 Athlete of the Year Croson Law Group College Scholarship. By enabling the selected youth to pursue higher education, the Croson Law Group is investing in a better future for all of Alaska.
Want to know what's happening now? Open Instagram and check out Your Alaska Link TV. You'll have instant access to news that's important to you, your neighbors, and friends across the state. Your Alaska Link TV on Instagram for news and events on your schedule.
Now, your Alaska Link weather for Anchorage and South Central.
The month of May here is winding down. Now we'll have to get the numbers in from our Friday and our Saturday to officially end off the month. But what we're noting is that overall, pretty seasonable month overall between the temperature and the precipitation there. Just some small variabilities there above and below. So we'll keep an eye on those numbers here, as we will note that May is also our final spring month, as June is our first summer month, where we see just in a few weeks we talk about the summer solstice moving moving into more of this daylight and hopefully move into some more pleasant weather. We've been definitely dealing with some cooler days overall, but what we will see here as we head into this weekend and talk about moving into June is that our weekend is generally fair weather conditions. Still some spotty showers around early on in the forecast and then towards the end of the weekend forecast, as the next front is going to be able to bring us back to some steadier rains, especially for our coastal communities as we step throughout Sunday and move closer to that Monday forecast. We will see as that front sets up, it is going to allow for the area to continue to allow for new systems to lift into and keep us active for much of next week. So what we have here, though, for our Dewey's Marine forecast is definitely a quiet setup here. A little bit of some passing cloud cover, southwesterly winds there seen through the Cook Inlet, noting over through portions of the Prince William Sound. May see some very early morning showers, but then looking at lighter winds, looking at slight sea conditions there and brighter skies to make themselves prominent. We'll see in the Anchorage area from a morning low of 43 degrees, we'll look at a high 55. So trending with that cooler feel, but hopeful again for more of these dry weather conditions. Also, though, may see, though, for our inland spots, including the Bowl and the Valley, will there be some areas of those morning showers to then look at the possibility of some brighter skies to hold on through the afternoon. So as we look at the forecast, we can see a few of those little waves around where there may be some of that potential for some of those rain showers around early on. Afternoon hours there tries to bring some of that increased potential for precipitation over higher elevation spots. But we do see some of those pockets of some dryness before there into Sunday morning. You can see the increase coming from the southwest of that next system that will lift those rain showers back in gradually through Sunday. And then the biggest day where we will have the steadier rains will come as we head towards that Monday forecast. So largely the weekend not expected to be a washout. We'll see throughout the weekend, seeing that sunshine around, which we are sitting at 18 hours and 43 minutes in the Anchorage area. So our final day of May, looking at highs again around the low to mid 50s for our inland spots of the South Central. Gulf coastally looking at the upper 40s. We will see rain showers return to the Gulf coastal communities on Sunday. Inland will stay generally dry due to downsloping into the upper 50s. Also note that Sunday will be a bit breezy as that system arrives, and we'll be tracking those scattered rain showers there as we move into next week.
Tonight's marine forecast is brought to you by Dewey's Cook Inlet Marine.
This boating season, put some new adventure in your lifestyle. Come to Dewey's Cook Inlet, Alaska's largest marine dealer, and check out what we have in boating. Dewey's carries the top-selling boats in Alaska: Hughes Craft, Duckworth, Sea Ark, G3, and RH boats, all powered by reliable, fuel-efficient Yamaha outboards. We've specialized in marine for over 55 years. Being strictly marine allows Dewey's to offer quality products and top-notch service year-round. Dewey's, your one-stop marine store, 76 and King Street.
Hey Dirt Pete here. We're riding the Lotto Alaska Railroad to riches. And you can too from anywhere in Alaska. Didn't buy your ticket, Max? Well, you have until Sunday at 5:30. Good going, Max. We gotta hurry. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Let's watch the Facebook live stream. We could be the winner. Or it could be you. Weekly prizes can be over 300 grand. One lucky Alaskan struck the mother lode. Over 13 million. Don't miss the train. Play Lotto Alaska today. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
It's the season to save big time with Employee Pricing Plus at Alaska's largest Anchorage Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram EP. Excellent prices on all new Jeeps, plus 0%, plus factory cash, plus ACD's exclusive AI. Alaskan incentives, 4 ways to save. Stretch your buying power at Alaska's Jeep headquarters. New Jeeps start at just $35,930. Come get yours at Anchorage Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 11 awesome acres on East 5th.
The best way to beautify your South Central home? By replacing those old, ugly countertops with the beauty of new granite or quartz. The best people for the job? Countertop Solutions. Check us out. You'll see for yourself that Countertop Solutions features great pricing and fast turnaround. We're locally owned with over 20 years of experience. Use your phone to follow the QR code for easy financing. Whether it's simple countertop replacement or a total kitchen renovation, the right choice is Countertop Solutions.
Pizza, fries, and a martini all served up by a robot? Bar Rescue host John Tafford checked out tech trends in the restaurant industry. Here's Ashley Dvorkin.
It was all about bots at the 2025 National Restaurant Association show. Feeling cheesy? This pizza bot automates the pizza making process, from dough formation to the application of sauces and toppings. Need something fried? FryBot can fry up to 4 separate frozen foods, serving more than 80 baskets per hour. A major theme at the restaurant show, automated beverage solutions. FizzBot can make 450 drinks in an hour with up to 28 different flavors. Still, Bar Rescue host John Taffer says it might be a while before you see a machine mixing your martini.
You know, in stadiums and back of the house environments, robotic bartending makes a lot of sense. But we all want to talk to our bartender, don't we, and connect with that bartender. So I don't see it being at a customer interface for quite a while.
Taffer stress tested hundreds of cocktail stations before developing his own.
We created something called the Taffer Cockpit, which is a workstation for bartenders where they don't move to do anything. Then we put together the right recipes, the right ingredients, and a lot of training. And with the systems and the training, we can really expedite service but maintain exceptional quality.
Taffer says he wants his Taffer's Taverns to be a place to connect without the tech.
You know, the second public building ever built in America was a bar. There were no city halls, there were no hotel meeting rooms back then, and bars were the center of the community. That's what we want Taffer's Tavern to reconnect with people in an environment where social media has become the connection rather than face-to-face. So we see Taffer's Tavern being the center of the community.
Taffer's Tavern has a location in Georgia with more opening soon. All will have a fast craft cocktail program.
It's an elevated tavern experience. The interior is beautiful. The food is very upscale, but it's a great value proposition. And of course, the cocktails are, being it is my bar, are the best in the country. Beautiful cocktail programs. And you don't wait 4 minutes for a drink. You get it in about 2 minutes. But we think we have some of the best mixology in the country.
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Costco and John Deere work to reduce exposure to tariffs. Beauty products turn out to be inflation-proof. Volkswagen considers investing more in the U.S., and Elon Musk wraps up his time in Washington. CJ Papa has your business headlines.
Costco's $1.50 hot dog deal still stands, and so does customer loyalty. The Warehouse Club chain says its sales rose in the recent quarter, helped by pulling orders forward for summer items. And it has been moving the sourcing of its own products to regions where they are sold. Sales of its private label Kirkland brand outpaced overall sales growth in the recent quarter. Ulta's earnings were upbeat as well. The cosmetics and fragrance retailer is raising its full-year outlook because shoppers keep spending on beauty. Volkswagen says it is holding fair and constructive talks with the U.S. government on tariffs and is considering further massive investments in the U.S. Reports in Germany say CEO Oliver Blume is discussing producing some Audi models in the U.S., though it was considering doing that even before the current Trump administration took over. Deere & Company tells the Wall Street Journal it is looking at various ways to work around tariffs. The farm equipment maker is considering tweaking its supply chain and raising prices. Though Deere says once a customer places an order, the company honors the price. And back to business. Now that his time with Doge has come to an end, Elon Musk is heading back to the office, planning to spend more time on Tesla AI and space ventures. In just 130 days, he saved $175 billion, which is more than $1,000 per taxpayer. But his work won't stop there. Now he's focusing on his mission to Mars, which Musk is predicting will be before the end of next year. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Microsoft is claiming a big step forward on using AI to predict weather. Coming up next, we'll show you how it works.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles right here in America. And now we've lowered MSRP on Rogue and Pathfinder at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. It's that time of year again. Medicare annual enrollment period is here. From October 15th until December 7th, you have the opportunity to make changes to your Medicare Advantage plan. Find the plan that suits your health care needs. The annual enrollment period is started and will end on December 7th. Now is the time to speak with a licensed agent about the Medicare Advantage options and to find out about the benefits that may be available to you with the Medicare Advantage plan. The Medicare annual enrollment period allows you to shop for plans that include your preferred doctors and specialists. Getting started is easy.
Call 800-517-8602.
and compare different plans available in your area. Take the time to review your coverage and make any necessary changes. Mark your calendars and make the most of the Medicare Annual Enrollment Period. Medicare Annual Enrollment Period is your chance to ensure you find a plan that's right for your needs. Don't wait. Act now.
Call 800-517-8602.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch supports can do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Over nearly 5 decades, the Prudhoe Bay oil field has produced 13 billion barrels of oil. As Prudhoe aged, output began a steady long-term decline. Then Hilcorp took over. Now, production is stabilized and is 30% ahead of state projections. Hilcorp invested billions of dollars to turn it around, helping support Alaska jobs and work for hundreds of local small businesses. Hilcorp, working for Alaska.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles right here in America. And now we've lowered MSRP on Rogue and Pathfinder at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get up to $6,000 total savings on Frontier.
Just waking up in the morning and to be well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on, lean in. Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah, right, you better off trying to freeze hell. Freeze hell, freeze hell.
Tamron Hall, weekdays at 10 on KHEN ABC2.
Microsoft claims it made a big leap forward in weather forecasting technology using artificial intelligence. Here's Evan Brown.
How's your air quality? It's one of the questions we often ask before heading outside for the day. Your local forecast or your favorite weather app might tell you things like the air quality index or whether it's going to rain. But what if artificial intelligence could predict those things and warn you in advance?
This is everything from integrating observations of our environment to modeling and forecasting, as well as delivering products and services for everyday use.
Microsoft says its latest AI model called Aurora is accurately predicting not just the temperature and the wind chill factor, but weather events as complicated as hurricanes and typhoons. They even claim the forecasts outdid the National Hurricane Center's 5-day cyclone tracking, though forecasters stress it's not a competition.
The Weather Service is actively working on partnerships across the board to figure out how we can leverage that work.
Using artificial intelligence to help with meteorology isn't exactly new, but Microsoft plans to incorporate Aurora's work into the forecast algorithms on its MSN public portal, using it to offer forecasts that update hourly, which suggests they have high confidence in the AI's capabilities.
There's a lot of excitement out there about the potential for AI to support our forecasters and to support the delivery of not only the forecast information, but what that means to the consumers.
And it comes just in time for the start of hurricane season. NOAA predicts above average activity this year in the Atlantic. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
Mount Everest is its own force of nature, and while hiking experts have long revered this sacred peak, criticism is growing over unfavorable conditions climbers say puts themselves and the mountain at risk. Chris DeMeo takes a closer look at threats and impacts.
Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. But the future of this iconic landmark and the safety of future climbers are growing gloomy. This as hikers continue expressing frustration over dirty and crowded conditions.
It has become too commercialized.
Looking to make a difference, Nepal's government addressed those concerns this week at a special conference, citing their duty to protect the Himalayas from climate change and the impact of humans. Last year, government officials funded a team to remove 24,000 pounds of garbage from Everest. The Everest climbing season ends this month. This year, a little under 500 people from 57 countries were given permits to go. Each one costs $11,000 and is good for 90 days.
The feeling is that if there is money, then Everest can be climbed. But not all the people there are physically and emotionally ready to climb the peak. That is being disrespectful to Everest.
Critics say inexperienced people can put lives at risk and create traffic jams on the mountain.
It can be controlled, but what we need to do is make sure that those amount of people are all experienced in the mountaineering world.
Meanwhile, as collective minds explored possible solutions, celebrations Thursday honor the 72nd year since a hiker from New Zealand and his Sherpa became the first people to reach the summit of Everest back in 1953. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
We'll be back with more in a moment.
When things go wrong, don't lose your way. We'll help you out, just call the day. Car is smashed, all that stress. With Croson Law, you'll have the best. 7777777, call us now. Oh, that's 7777777 will show you how. Stay calm, stay cool, call Croson today. 7 sevens will make it okay.
Why is the Peanut Farm the place for family and friends to meet? Look around and you'll see the most big screen TVs in Alaska, showing all the most exciting sports. The bar is the best, ready to serve the beverage of your choice. You'll want to try our specials. Monday, get a medium pizza for just $12. It's Wings Wednesday, 12 wings for only $12. Fritter Friday brings an order of corn fritters for just $5. Plus happy hour food specials weekdays from 3 to 6. It's all waiting for you at the Peanut Farm!
Alaska boaters, now's the time to get your vessels ship-shape. But where to start? At LFS Marine and Outdoor. The store is fully stocked with everything to maintain and upgrade your boat. Epoxy and adhesives to be sure your boat is in good repair. New custom lines to keep everything in place. Shrimp pots and fishing supplies so you can catch the big ones. And don't forget, you'll want apparel to stay warm and dry. Extra tough boots, including popular Salmon Sisters, jackets, pants, and more. Get ready to get out on the water at LFS Marine.
Your Alaska Link is currently seeking a sales coordinator to join our team. The media landscape is quickly changing. It's exciting, and you could be part of it. If you have computer skills, are detail-oriented, and love a challenge, we have the career for you. Send your resume to jobs@youralaskaLink.com.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or taking on serious acreage, let's go the distance. Shop in-store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow.
Fox Wednesday, 5 new costumes hit the stage.
What fairy tale land do we step into?
All new Masked Singer. Then Fox's new thrilling hit show goes Hollywood.
It's movie night. That was insane.
On Fox Alaska. The View, weekdays at 9 on KYUR ABC 13.
Finally today, there was a new AI breakthrough this week when the U.S. Energy Secretary announced a new supercomputer would be constructed. The Energy Department will team with Dell Technologies and NVIDIA for the project, which is expected to help AI technology and scientific discoveries. The new computing system is named Doudna after Berkeley professor and biochemist Jennifer Doudna, who won a Nobel Prize for her work in gene editing in 2020. The supercomputer will be built at Berkeley Labs National Energy Research Scientific Computing Center, where computers named after previous Nobel winners, astrophysicist Saul Perlmutter and biochemist Gertie Corey, are kept. And that does it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Trill Gates, and I will see you back here next time. Goodbye.
The best way to beautify your South Central home? By replacing those old, ugly countertops with the beauty of new granite or quartz. The best people for the job? Countertop Solutions. Check us out. You'll see for yourself that Countertop Solutions features great pricing and fast turnaround. We're locally owned with over 20 years of experience. Use your phone to follow the QR code for easy financing. Whether it's simple countertop replacement or a total kitchen renovation, the right choice is Countertop Solutions.
You've picked a home or commercial building to purchase. The seller has accepted your offer. That's exciting. It can also be stressful, but it doesn't need to be. Not if you have an expert escrow team to make the process go smoothly, which is why you should pick Fidelity Title Agency. Experience matters. Locally owned Fidelity Title has been serving Alaska for over 20 years. The staff are our neighbors and care about the community. The choice of a title company is yours. A great choice is Fidelity Title.
Now is the time to take control of your career while helping Alaska businesses prosper. Your Alaska Link is seeking a direct sales account manager to join our team of professionals. This is an executive level position in the exciting field of television and digital marketing. We'll provide you with the tools, training, and support to build a lucrative career. With the statewide reach of our ABC, Fox, and the CW stations, we have the right programming to reach every audience. Email your resume.